You serious?
This is How to Kill an Hour. Marcus Bronzy.
Funk Butcher.
Yes, there are plenty of ways to kill some time out there, but right now you are killing some time with us.
And you can listen to us with whatever device you want, Apple, Mac, PC, iPhone, Android, whatever, by going to howtokillanhour.com.
Yeah, you know, we don't promote the website enough. We've got the URL. We've had it from day.
Yeah.
And we just don't talk about the website enough. Like, if I was the website right now, I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I've got all this juicy content on me. There's interesting blog posts about shit that the guys talk about on the show. Videos, like, of them trying out shit. There's videos of the products, pictures. You get me?
The website is feeling real unappreciated.
Yeah, and it's got some good shit on there, man. So yeah. So yeah, check that out. Also, speaking of unappreciated, I can't unappreciate you. I got to appreciate you. Shout out to Tom Darling as well. Oh yes, he was in the last episode, which you might not have heard, Fun, because it literally just dropped.
Okay.
Where I spoke to another podcast that I like called Mars Corp, for the Marcus Meets podcast. Everyone I do, and then they told us how they like to kill some time. Hello to AC Tech Corporation, Brian, Jack, Ben, Sam Films, Charlie, Scott Hum, Chris, and Greg.
Shout out to Vegetinho. I believe that's the vegetable version of Ronaldinho. He was quite skillful with the with the whole vegetable food group. Shouts to you, love the name. Out to Maverick G, Thomas Slane, Foolish People, my kind of folk. Gavin White, who loved our descriptions of vegans last week, and a big shout out to Pax, who said a massive thank you for the love that we gave them in episode 108 with Milo.
Oh yeah, the Pax Vaporizer, the Pax 2.
Okay.
Might have to be trying out the Pax 3 soon. Your description of vegans last week was very good, Funk.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a second.
Always on my mind.
Always on my mind. Well, that's lovely. Thanks very much. Don't forget you can leave a rating and review on iTunes.
Yep.
We left a link in the show description to make it easy for you to do, but because we're showing the website love, all you have to do is go to howtokillanhour.com/review and you're there. You were so there, baby. So Funk, you spoke a lot about vegans over the last few episodes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's only fair to share certain articles with you.
Okay.
That have been popping up over the week, because we spoke about a vegan £5 note.
Yeah.
It has certain ingredients in it that vegans don't like. What episode was that, Bill? He's just checking, bruv.
Basically, the new fivers are like garlic to vampires.
He said he thinks it's 114. It's you find out why the new five. It's like steel.
Yeah.
It's like a cross. Oh man. But there's an art. 115, that episode.
Okay.
So Fung, I'm going to read a headline to you. This is a real headline from the reputable wondergroundmusic.com. Vegan horrified to discover fiver he uses to snort child slave farmed cocaine contains animal fats. A vegan briefly stopped extolling their higher moral place in society at a dinner party late last night to instead express their shock and outrage upon learning that the new £5 note they were using to do coke all night contains animal fats.
Shock horror.
Funk.
Shock horror. And I mean, if you've ever read Wonderground, very, very, very cleverly done satirical online magazine newspaper, and it's just poking fun at this is what the vegans are complaining about in 2016. Not the fact that what the actual £5 notes are used for predominantly around the country. No. We're going to talk about the the microscopic amount of animal booty that has been used that has been used to bond the different parts of the polymers together to make this environmentally friendly £5 note. And I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, trees are being saved, but no, we've got to put all that to one side. We've got to reinvest our stake in the carbon footprint, and burn down some more trees, because some vegans out there are upset because some animal booty is in the new fivers.
And furthermore to that, is cocaine vegan though? If it's got all of child, if there's child slavery going into it, there's obviously going to be fingers and toes in there. There's going to be blood, sweat, and tears in there. Surely, that's going to make it non-vegan, right?
Yeah, probably tastes better than a corn burger, but
And also, I swear, Funk, there's been so much vegan shit going on the net.
Yeah.
Article in the New Scientist said that farming is the second largest source of greenhouse gases globally.
Yeah.
The yields are lower. Organic farms require more land.
Yeah.
In the tropics, that means cutting down more rainforests.
Yeah.
Organic food results in the average greenhouse gases being more than conventional farms.
I think it's just a massive PR campaign by the vegan Illuminati. They're getting ready to say 2017 is our year.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Bruv, I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of vegan stuff in response to your behaviour. In fact, what's this one hot off the press Billy's just thrown in the script? London's getting its first entirely vegan fried chicken shop.
Vegan fried chicken. VFC.
VFC. Oh my gosh. Vegan fried chicken.
It's a crazy world we're living in.
How do you vegan fried chicken?
I think Trump's vegan, man.
How do you... Yeah, Oh my God. In 2017, London's going to be getting its first all-vegan fried chicken shop. How does that work? It's chicken, but it's vegan fried. Serving up all kinds of delightful fried chicken, sandwiches, tubs, topped and chopped into mac and cheese.
I'm just shaking my head in a combination of dismay and confusion. It's just like...
Oh, so they fry mac and cheese?
Really?
Actually, I like the sound of that, actually. If I'm getting this right, fried chicken sandwich, tubs and chopped into... No.
But how are they making the chicken, though?
I don't know how they make vegan chicken. I don't know what they do to it. It's cocaine chicken. That's what it is. It's cocaine chicken. I mean, the food looks good, but the reason I like biting into chicken is because it's chicken.
Yeah, poor Pablo Escobar will be turning in his grave.
Bro.
They're using his Colombian finest.
He'll be pushing up cucumbers. So there's been a lot of vegan vibes in the papers this week, man. I mean, Funk, do you want to withdraw any of your vegan statements?
Hell no.
I'm staying strong.
Hell no.
I'm staying strong.
Yeah,
I think someone has to make a stand.
Yeah.
I'm making a stand out here.
Yeah.
Give me my £5 notes that are made out of rusty old animal booty hole fat. I'll take that. And I'll use them for life.
Yeah. I'm considering the vegan threat as dangerous in 2017 as the rise of the far right. That's what I'm taking it to. Vegans are a threat to all levels of society. Now you think they're encroaching in our liberties. You see? They're taking our chicken and making vegan fried chicken.
How can you
Can't I just leave it alone?
Bruv, you can take anything you want, but don't take my fried chicken.
Yeah, don't take my fried chicken, man.
And I'll have you know, as a listener of How to Kill an Hour, you need to know that we are fueled by fried chicken on this show. I mean, many a time. I mean, Funk, talk us through what you had as your pre-show fuel today.
I had chicken nuggets.
There we go.
Last week, I had a chicken burger.
And I had a strip burger last week, a chicken strip burger. That's right. What did you have, Billy, last week before the show?
Chips.
No chicken?
No.
Just lie a little bit, bruv, so it sounds a bit better. What did you have last week for the show?
A whole chicken.
A whole chicken, there you go.
Chicken.
Raw.
With the feathers.
Raw feathers with the raw.
And the
I
beak.
had to chase it around the studio.
You had to chase it around the studio.
Yeah, he had to get the food out of his teeth with the beak.
Yeah, picking the food out of his teeth with his claws. Yeah, man, fucking with our chicken. And that's that out of the way. I mean, I'm hoping that there'll be no more vegan stuff popping up, but who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We might have to keep suppressing these vegan.
I just hope when I'm out on my DJ bookings, I don't get attacked by vegans. They throw carrot juice at my clothes and.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
No, but would you throw with your staple food source at somebody?
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
No.
What would they throw? Because they got nothing to throw. They ain't gonna touch animals. They ain't gonna throw no animal stuff at you.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna throw carrot juice at you. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like your lifeblood, isn't it? You
Yeah.
can't just throw carrot juice at somebody.
Yeah, that's the elixir.
The elixir of life. That's what flows through their veins. Carrot juice. Anyway, yeah, Funk. I've had an issue over the last few months.
Yeah.
I'm waving it around. My issue.
Okay, go on.
Steady. I had an issue over the last few months since just launch day, and because I'm an advocate of this brand, I didn't hot it up on the show.
Yeah.
That
That is Steve Jobs' illegitimate love child. And I say illegitimate because this is the one you don't recognize. This is the one you don't know about. The other children, they're fine. He raised them. He gave birth to them. But that little bastard,
yeah,
that's caused some grief, man.
and we're
Not just to you. I've seen the hashtag on Twitter. There's a lot of people sharing your pain, brother.
they're just not happy with it, and that is the iPhone 7. Now, all my friends know that I troll them that when they were Android users, there were a lot of memes flying around with blown up faces, holding phones next to them, and houses that were burnt down with Samsung logos across them.
Yeah.
I was an advocate for Apple.
Yeah.
But the iPhone 7 that I did have on launch day, it was whack.
Whack.
It was so whack.
With a capital W.
It was whack with a capital everything. Because basically, there was something wrong with the reception in it. Like the receptacator. The receptacator, the antenna.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't getting any reception. My phone was cutting off. And I was hotting up my phone company and stuff. And I sat there and I just put the chip back in my 6 and my phone started working again. So I went to Apple, and do you know what? I have to say I rate Apple. I walked in there, I said, listen, this is the situation.
Yeah.
As I was explaining the situation to Dan in the Apple store, Regent Street, shout out to you, Dan. Very nice guy, Dan. My phone rang and the call failed, and then Dan just replaced the whole, Dan just said, Dan just went, okay, time to get you a new phone. I got a new phone, walked in and walked out. So thank you, Apple, you've redeemed yourself. My phone's great. My battery isn't running out after 2 seconds. I mean, I haven't charged my phone for a couple of hours now. I'm on 99%, baby.
99.
So yeah, I'm good, man.
Fine.
Yours is doing fine.
Oh, yeah, Billy's got one as well,
How's
isn't
the
it?
7 Plus, Bill?
Good. And okay.
It's just such a
You
troll.
see, Billy basically makes you out to one of those people that, did you see that ghost? And it's like, no.
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's no ghost there. Makes you actually be crazy. Like you're the only one experiencing these problems.
Yeah. Billy's like, mine's fine. No problems here. Loser.
$7 a pound.
Sound is a pound. But yeah, that's it. So my iPhone 7's redeemed itself. And plus, I know it's not going to blow up. There we go. Oh shit, and more vegan stuff's come in. I can't even lie.
I told you.
Fuck, I can't even lie.
They're taking over.
My mate wrote this on Facebook, actually. Chris. Shout out to Chris, actually. He's listening to the show. Just finished chatting to my vegetarian friend, no names, about the new £5 note. It was such a heartfelt conversation about disrespect to other religions, etc. Funny thing was, they couldn't explain the leather seats in their Merc or the sofas in their...
Vegans. Contradicting themselves one carrot at a time.
Oh, one crop at a time. Anyway, all right, enough about vegans. Funk,
Yeah.
between last week and this week, one of the greatest franchises
Yeah.
in the media world dropped its latest installment. What was that, Funk?
You talking about Arsenal Football Club? No. Final Fantasy 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15
Bro.
landed in the palm of my African hands. I felt
Bro.
powerful.
Funk. As I'm not a Final Fantasy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interested in the franchise, yeah, but I wouldn't say yes, that's my kind of thing.
It's like the game was speaking to you. As you said that, and as you was thinking that, when you switched on the game, what was that little thing that came across the screen?
The little thing that says, is Final Fantasy a game for beginners and like fans of the current franchise? And that's a spoiler alert. Fuck it, ain't spoiling the game. They say that in the title.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck. Yeah, I mean, let's set this up though. This is this is a game that's been a long time in waiting, right?
Yeah,
Like I said, I've not been that into the franchise. So in terms of anticipation, how long have we been waiting for this title for?
Do you know what's weird? When I got Batman Arkham Knight,
Yeah.
I was hearing whisperings about Final Fantasy 15, and I was seeing. So Arkham Knight's come out 2 years now?
Must be a couple of years now. Yeah.
So 2 years, and just around the winter of that year, I was seeing some certain bits of talk and artwork about Final Fantasy 15 and the Final Fantasy 7 remake. So there's been knowledge of it for a little while. I'd say they started the promo campaign, the actual promo campaign, probably about a year to 18 months.
Jeez.
And they've thrown everything in the kitchen sink at it.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like so I don't know I can't even remember when the last Final Fantasy title dropped. Was that a good few years ago then?
Well, the last Final Fantasy title, the reason probably why you haven't heard of it, because they didn't put probably any or much of their marketing budget behind it.
Right.
So they invested all their energies and resources into this 15 because, like the game says, it is a game for the fans new and old.
Right.
So this is it's like what I was explaining last episode. This is the point where they bridge the gap between anyone who's never played Final Fantasy and they're trying to get into the franchise, and the sequel to this, which is really a sequel, but Final Fantasy 7, which comes out soon.
And
the remake.
And that's going to be, this is the prequel to that then. You're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
So they've given us, in terms of promo run, just to put that in perspective, they've given us all the advertising that you've seen. They've given us a live Philharmonic Orchestra performance, which there's blogs on howtokillnow.com, type of Final Fantasy, you see that. They've given us a fucking movie to set us up for the game, to give us like the other half of what's going on in the game, really, and it gives us the other information to set us up. And I have to say, it was the experience of the movie, that's what sucked me into the game, because I watched the movie, I was like, this is a crazy movie. Steady on Billy, when I said sucked, he got excited. Sucks me in. It takes a lot to suck me in as well. So it sucked me into the game, and I was just like, this is an interesting story.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about the game, the actual film, the feature length CGI film has
Kingsglaive,
has everything to do with the game. Whereas sometimes they nick the title of the franchise to make something which is completely separate. Like within the first 3 chapters of the game, well, I'm up to chapter 3.
Jeez.
It kind of you begin to learn what has actually happened in the film, how it ties into where you're at in the game.
It makes sense. And I mean, just in terms of a game as well, in terms of gameplay, I was a bit skeptical, because I'd heard a lot about the turn-based stuff that Final Fantasy games had in the past. I heard about this game moving forward, and I was like, they said it wasn't going to be turn-based, it was going to be different. And I was just like, right, I wonder how this game's going to play. But again, it gave us it gave me great tutorials to get familiar with the controls. Because there's some quite complex shit that you can do, where there's can be quite a lot going on. And there's a few fighting styles which we'll discuss them in a second. But story-wise, man, I feel like I've not played a game that's been so slow in terms of pace. That and Fallout. I have to say that. A lot of games want to start you in the action. And the ship's burning, and you're running around, and you've got all these powers, and they take them away, and you start getting Final Fantasy starts slow. But it's like they spent so much time and effort in character development and the way it looks visually, which is stunning. It kind of just drags you in slowly. And like,
that's what makes it realistic, though,
bruv.
Because that is the nature of life, that there are going to be days which are very monotonous, which you're doing pretty much next to nothing, and then you'll get to that point where something exciting happens, something kind of over the top happens. So they kind of build up that anticipation through the game. So certain days you're out with your 3 colleagues, because you're playing the main protagonist, Noctis, the prince and heir to the throne,
the fisherman,
and so exactly like that. So there'll be days where you actually might have to go out and catch fish because you need sustenance, or you might need to fill up your car. So you're actually doing, in the world of gaming, things that are pretty mundane, but the actual that is the point of gaming, where it's actually where we're not trying to give you complete unadulterated entertainment. We're trying to give you realism with it as well. So the realistic factors of, how's this car going to run, bro? You think you're just like going to go on air throughout the whole duration of the game? You got to fill it up. How do you fill it up? You got to get money to fill it up. How do you earn that money? You got to do some bounty hunting like jobs and all those kind of things. So they tie in to the actual quest, but they're factored in so nicely, and it's vast landscape. I mean, you've seen the map. The map's huge.
The map's ridiculous, and traversing it is just a whole different kettle of fish. I don't think, again, I mean, in terms of pace and size of map, Fallout is big for me. I feel like that was a big map for me. This feels enormous as well, man. But it's the little touches as well, Funk. It's like you said, you might have to do some fishing to get substance for yourself. You need some food. So you need to go fishing, or you might need to nice somebody up and do a bit of fishing. But if you want to do fishing, you might have to get some equipment for fishing. You can't just roll up and start fishing. And then, as well as that, it's the little touches that really bring it together for me. Like the conversations between the characters that constantly happen. Like they're actually mates. Like, and you feel like you're Noctis, like you're part of the team. Like they're constantly talking, whether they're fighting, they're walking along, taking photographs, setting up camp. And it's those little touches that I was just like, I found it. I just want to say, I found it really charming.
Yeah.
Like it was really, really charming. So like, even the goddamn food in the game looks better than the food in real life. I don't want to see no vegan fried fucking chicken in that game though. There's no vegan fried shit. You kill an animal in that game, you cook that bitch and eat it. Yeah. Damn. But yeah, no, it was even the food choices that you have in it make different. Brother, I don't know. I just found it very charming. I've not got as far as you.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to keep playing it. I can see it being a game that does. If I lose focus, I will end up getting lost in like 100 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I will try and stick to the main story as much as possible.
This is the point where I'm glad that you've experienced, because when people say, like, what do you mean you cried because of a game? This is why you could understand why you can, because you build up such an emotional attachment to the characters. In Final Fantasy in 7, there was a main character. There's a big famous death that happens in that game, and literally you're just there drawing for the Kleenex, man, because you're just like, no, why did she have to go, kind of thing. And you can understand why you get to that stage with Final Fantasy 15, because you're growing with the characters, like with quest by quest, you're learning a little bit. Yeah. And people say to themselves, but they're computer game characters, but they're so realistic, even in the way they look, the mannerisms, they actually like display empathy for one another. You know when you're driving and it starts to get dark, and your compadre goes, "Hey, it's getting late. I think we should set up camp. There's some demons out here. There's some demons, man. We're gonna get robbed here."
That's what your Cody does. That's what your boy does. Listen, bruv, I know this is all cool and shit, but we need to pull over.
Exactly.
It's a little safe haven. Get a little camp up and going. I'll cook you some of that fried chicken that you like. Come on, man.
Some fried monster.
Some fried monster that you like. Some fried monster claws. I mean, it's not. And you know what? All right. I did get emotional, bro. I'm not fucking around.
Yeah.
People are, endorsing the game. No, we didn't get paid shit to say what we're saying about the game.
Yeah.
But in the intro of the game, how is Final Fantasy going to have their own version of Stand By Me?
Yeah.
At the start of the game playing. And when I heard that, just Stand by me, stand by me. Doom, 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 doom. I was like, no. I was like, I felt like I'm about to start an adventure. And that's it. Like, whether we make it or not, I'm here to ride.
Exactly. Because it's relative to the film, like four friends just going out on a long journey.
And in terms of music as well, like you said, the music in the game is great. There's loads of fresh classical music, which if you're not into classical music, cool. But when you're playing a game like that, it's epic. It's epic proportions. And man, I liked it. Fighting was good for me in terms of controls and stuff. Because there was the mode which is called wait mode, I believe, which I turned on while I was getting familiar with the fighting, which means you can stop for a while and freeze time for moments and decide what your next move's going to be. Kind of Final Fantasy-esque, but you don't lose the flow. So if you want to do really tricky stuff, you're getting familiar with the moves. You can put that wait mode on and roll with it. Excuse me if it's called something else, but it's very similar. So I turned it off after a little while. Some battles I just like to free flow because I like it when it gets a bit hectic and crazy. But with wait mode, that kind of helped me get used to it. Visually, it looked good. The landscape was great. The cars looked sick. Couple times when the camera was in a bit of a funky position for me. Like maybe they can improve that. But bruv, I'm in. I'm in for a penny. In for a pound. Actually, what they called again in the game? Sin or something. What? The money. Final Fantasy game. Gil. That's it. In for some gil.
In for some gil. I mean, I absolutely love the game. Seriously. And I'm loving the game rather because it's the little touches which make people who are familiar with the franchise, it makes them feel very welcome. The fact of the importance of rest in the game and the importance of buying weaponry at certain shops and buying food at certain shops. All that is in the game, but it's just packaged differently. So the whole turn-based kind of little characters running around the worldscape, it's still there, but it's just dressed up and it's just made look a lot more glossier and a lot more 2016-ish. Yeah, man, you're right. It's like, I think we've done our GTA, and I'm not dissing GTA, but we've done our blatant GTA days. We've got to go and get ammo for your gun because you can drive your car around town forever with no gas in it and stuff. I mean, that's cool then, but I think it's those added bits of realism that kind of just work for this game in particular. Have you got any tips for me moving forward then? Because like, I'm not as far in as you. I haven't got the time to do a 100-hour game. I think I'm going to try and main story mode it. Is that a bad idea?
The thing is,
this game will. There's no way you can rush this game because you're gonna hit certain obstacles which require you to be at a certain fighting level, and that if you've been avoiding certain battles on the come up to that final obstacle or that obstacle rather, then all that means is that you're gonna have to go back and get the experience in. So basically, with every fight, with every bounty hunt, with every kind of little quest, a mini quest, I think we have to catch the fish for the stray cat.
Yeah,
all those
all
those little things. You're building experience points, which gives you more HP and MP. So if you avoid those, like in the Final Fantasy VII game, you can go into certain situations where if a fight occurs, you can immediately retreat and duck out from the fight. But later on, you'd wish that you'd gain those EXP points because you go up a level.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be facing a boss, then the boss is level 52 and your fighting level is level 12. Then you're going to be like, oh, damn. You're going to be stuck there.
All right. So you're saying do all the side missions then?
So it's not even a case of doing all the side missions, but as and when they come in your into contact with you and your gaming journey, just complete them, and then you'll build up the experience and whatnot, and also become familiar with the menu system. So buying certain skill sets and equipping certain weapons. So the strategy is there in this one as well. You don't go through the whole game using the same sword or using the same kind of magic spells and whatnot. So as much as this, people have kind of critiqued the new system as a bit of a hack and slash, there is still a strategy involved of how you progress your fighter to make him get stronger and better as the game progresses. So
yeah, man, like I still need to get my head around like magic and like casting spells and stuff like that, or like combining the elements to make certain things. But yeah man, like and also in that wait mode as well, you can actually scan your opponents to find out what their weaknesses are as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. I don't know. I felt a bit cheaty, but then I turned it off after a while. But I just like getting in there and just drawing for a big sword and teleporting into somebody's chest. But yeah, man, thanks for pushing me to play that because I enjoyed it. In fact, we got a spare copy lying around in the studio actually.
Yes, we do.
That copy is for devs. Yeah, that's an Xbox copy for dev.
Sorry, Dev. No, joking.
I feel like giving it away.
Yeah, no, Dev will love
Hold
this.
tight. Yeah, look out for the How to Kill an Hour Twitter, and we'll see if we can drop that on you.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, I think that's that'll bring this episode to an end. There's plenty of different ways to kill time out there. Thank you for killing some time with us. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Funk Butcher.
Yeah, make sure you check us out. howtokillanhour.com.
Do it.